Okay, hello teacher. In this opportunity, I'm going to make a comparison of norms and laws between USA and El Salvador. Please, if you find some mistakes to the time to pronounce something or to explain one idea about this topic, please forgive me because sometimes to understand everything about this type of topic, sorry, was not complicated but sometimes difficult because you need to have um, a big resonation to obtain the answers to your questions around this topic. I repeat one more time. No was complicated, but sometimes difficult to understand. But it's okay because that was interesting to looking for information, sorry, about this topic, and that catch or caught my attention. So I'm going to start right now. Okay, comparison of norms and laws between USA and El Salvador. Okay, the federal court system has three main levels: district courts, the trial court, circuit courts, which are the first level of the appeal, and the Supreme Court of the United States. The final level of appeal in a federal system, there are 94 district courts, 13 circuit courts, and one Supreme Court throughout the country. Okay, I'm going to start with the first one. I'm going to start with USA, the first country in this presentation. I'm going to start by the functions of the judicial system. Okay, the United States judicial system is responsible for ensuring the safety of American systems by severely punishing offenders, enforce the law in all cases in a fair and equitable manner. The rules and functions in the U.S. judicial system are accordant with the penalties of the must be exercised. That means that in USA sometimes we can find rules that are very hard for some sensitive people. Okay, because we know, or for example, here in El Salvador, we know that the Americans have one of the best judgment in the world. And why? Why I can opine about this? Because my idea about this is because in USA we have the idea that in that country the laws are complete for the people that live in there. For that reason, USA for me is one of have the best security in El Salvador. Maybe because we can find some controversial cases in that place, but the rest of that is very interesting to looking for information about that. And then we got the requirements of the federal court. Okay, the president likely shortlists individuals who have had prior judicial experience at the area of the state or the federal level. Of the current nine judgment will be under court a will hold legal position on the federal government. What that means? Okay, in USA the president have a big list of people with experience to desenvolve their work in some position. In USA, okay, the president have the list and say, okay, this guy or this girl have already a big experience in that posture. So I'm going to prove them to select one of them to complete this case or to complete this posture of the United States country. Okay, then I'm going to pass to the next one, that is our dear country, El Salvador. Okay, I'm going to mention the functions on the judicial system. Okay, the power of use and enforce what is used in constitutional, civil, criminal, commercial, labor, agrarian, and continuous administrative matters as well as others, determined by law correspond exclusively to this body. Then we got the requirements of the federal court. Okay, this is very interesting. Why? At the same time I read this type of article, I'm going to mention something important about this. Okay, being a Salvadorian by birth from the secular state, to be over 40 years of age, a lawyer for the Republic of Notorious Morality and Competence. What that means? That the people with more with a lot of experience will be the person selected to stay in that place, and gonna be she or he are gonna be one member of the federal court here in El Salvador. He or she with the most experience in that place, that people is that are going to obtain the posture for this state in El Salvador. And one particularity of this country is that is allowed to be a Salvadorian for birth. That is very important because we don't have anybody with another nationality. For example, in the United States, sometimes you can see people with another nationality working as a useman in the United States. That is very different here in Salvador because you need to be a Salvadorian first to complete this work. Then we have the second rules in a few words to being a member to the federal court. Have served as magistrate of second instance for 6 years and as usually in the first instance of for 9 years. That is the most interesting part in this work, because here in El Salvador we need to have a lot of experience to being a member of federal court, and that's I think that is the sometimes is good but sometimes not, because the experience sometimes we're gonna to obtain that in a lot of years, but at the same time is good because you have everything that your country needs to desenvolve this type of work. And finally we got the similarities. In both countries, there is a regime which is in charge of giving the serving penalties to people who violate the law, and they do through norms established by the members that make up the state in their professions. In both countries, those who are in charge, especially individuals, who are they divide into sectors they nation to enforce the law. Okay, these similarities is by saying that I have read and by saying my personal opinion. Okay, teacher, I hope you can enjoy this video. Thank you for paying attention and have a nice day. Thank you.